how to add some height to our textures. And to do that, we will use a software called GIMP. It's a free photo editing software like Photoshop. Okay, and first we have to select the texture we want to use. Like in the last video we make, we used a metal texture, right?
Yes, we did it. So in the last video we did those 6 texture, but it was very simple texture because we did not add specularity, we did not add normal map, so it was like only piece of paper. So this is not really good if you want to make high quality games or if you want to make nice rendering. So today we will just use the texture we downloaded last time on Blender, but we will also add those new texture with GIMP. So which one do you want to try, Vera?
I love this one in yellow.
Okay, so we downloaded it on texture.com. So on GIMP you just have to open it like you do on Paint, and you have this. So you can see that it's like a metal. It's a metal flow like in a sci-fi video game. So what we need to do is we need to create a new mask. So we need a specular layer and a normal map layer. So we need a special plugin that is not really with GIMP, but it's a special GIMP that was done by a designer. It's a special plugin that was made by a designer, and you can find it here once you download it. It's called Instant Bump. So you just need to go on Map and you have to download it. There is tons of tutorials on YouTube on how to do it. Okay. You can also use this, but this will not export to Blender. So this is really done to export in Blender. So that's why we use it. So click on it. And now you will see all sorts of very weird images. So we can take time to explain it to you. So Vera, can you explain it? Can you explain to us what are those 5 pictures we see that looks very strange?
Well,
start by
as you said before, if we use just the texture that we can call the diffuse map, we will have something very flat. And we don't want that. So with this tool we are able to create 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 different maps. So, and in this case we will use just the diffuse, the normal and the specular.
Okay.
So this way we will add height to our texture, and it will be more realistic. So we will add realism to our object. In this case it's a floor, a sci-fi floor, yes. And so you have the possibility to export those 5 maps.
Okay. So yes, to do this you just need to do execute, and it will export them in the folder that this file was. So I created a folder called text blend and text blender, and it was in 5 here. So you will see that it's it exported it exactly in the folder it was. So this was the normal folder. You can see that the 5 days here. The D is for diffuse. You have the S here. The S is for specular, and you have something very special here, because here this software, this plugin for the normal map, it will create 4 different like normal map. Okay, so this one is like very strong. This one is the normal. It's got the medium normal map. Like it's this one that I think we can use. This one is the low normal, and this one is the high normal. So it's with those like initials here. And you also have some that we will not like really use because we cannot in Blender like game engine. We have the displacement that is like it's with like an H here. Like we will not like use it in Blender game engine because we don't have the functions to do it right now. But we can still like use in cycle like with nodes. We can use it to make special things. Okay, so now that like I have it, we will return in Blender. And can you tell us what to do to start to do like what we did in the last video?
Well, we have this default cube,
Yes.
and as the last time, we need to add materials,
Okay.
and then textures.
Okay. But yes, but before we must go in the Blender game engine, of course, because to be able to see those kind of things, after we must go in the viewport shading because we must be able to see the material. And to see the material with a good shading, like with a good lighting, we must go in here and we must use GLSL for shading because it will be better. And most of the time we never use the camera. And for the lighting, we can change the sun and we can put it to a spot. It's better. No, sorry, a point. It's better, and we can increase a little bit the energy. So now we are ready to. We can maybe put 2 because we will just make 3 materials because we don't have time, and you can understand the logic by yourself. Okay. So now tell me what to do to continue, Vera.
Okay, select the cube. We add 3 materials, and we see different colors for each one.
Okay, so what do you want me to put for the first?
Pink?
Pink? Okay. Pink? You said pink?
Yes, it's my favorite color.
Okay, so pink for the first. So this will be the first, and then.
For the second, blue.
Blue, okay. Blue.
Okay, face selection mode, index mode.
Yes.
Select the face you want, and then assign material. Okay, the third one, green. Let's make it green.
Okay, so we have it.
Assign. Okay. And now we need to unwrap everything.
Okay.
So select all with A from the keyboard. And go on sharing UV if you want to use the panel.
Unwrap, yes, it's okay because it will be the good.
Okay, it's good to learn shortcuts.
Yes.
Okay, now select the pink face, just pink, with face selection. Okay. And go on the texture mode, that little checkboard
Okay.
in red and white. So we had already the first slot ready. We must change the type from known to image or movie.
Okay.
And open the texture.
Okay. Okay. And before we do that, we forgot that, for the specular, like we must remove the specular for the material because we will use the specular of the texture instead. So because it will create a conflict if we have a specular for the material, as you can see here. And so
just put it to 0.
Okay, so now tell me what to do again.
Okay, we were about to load the texture. Yes.
So
go on open.
So we started by the 5, and just by the way, like you can click here, like on the 4 pictures, to be able to see your texture. So we did those textures with GIMP, with Instant GIMP, and now we must start first by the diffuse, right?
Yes.
So let's call it diffuse, and it can open it. Go on 5, because 5 is the texture we started. Click here, and you can choose diffuse. So this is diffuse, and since it's really like diffuse, yes, diffuse, we don't need to change anything. It's already good here. Okay. There is some stuff that we can change, but I don't recommend because it's already good as it is. Those things are like the translucence. I think that this is for glasses, when you want to create glasses, when you want to create transparent things. So we don't need it, so we just keep color. And then what else can we add, Vera?
Well, this is the diffuse, and now we can add the specular.
Yes, and the specular is the one with an S as an initial.
Okay, create another slot.
It will
press the plus button, open.
It will be the S here.
With the S.
And now you can see that it is not what you want, it is black and white. So what can we do? What can we do to solve this problem? Because I just need the specular map.
Because this is the color, it's set on color. So we must go down there and deselect color and select those 3 specular options.
So you can already see that there is, I'm just gonna try to zoom to show you the difference. You can already see that
object mode.
That there is a big difference between this. Look at this, and then look if we deselect. Look if we deselect. There is
we have the illusion of depth.
Yes. So it's already a big difference. Okay, so now we can add the normal map. What can
last
we use?
map. Okay, create another slot. We can rename the texture with a double click, specular, spec for specular, okay, norm for normal.
Okay, and then we go to open, we go in the same folder, and now here it's a little bit tricky because each time you have to change, because each texture, like sometimes it's better to put high, and sometimes it's better to put normal, sometimes it's better to put something else. So each time you have to play with those 4 here. Since it's like inverted because those are holes, I'm gonna try a low normal just to see. Okay. So here it's really ugly again. So what can I do to solve the problem?
Okay, normal maps are usually in blue.
Yes.
Okay, so we go down and deselect color because we don't need the color, we just need the height. So we select geometry, normal.
And now you can see that it's bad, so we must reduce it a little bit.
Yes, so we can increase or decrease the value.
Yes.
and we can.
Sometimes, like the warp will work. Sometimes it will not work because each texture has particularities. So in this case, the warp and displace are not really useful for us. So we must play with those values each time.
We can switch from positive and negative value.
Yes.
A negative value. Yes, this one, for example, is negative.
Yes. And you can see that in this case there is not real big difference, but in other cases we will have some difference. So we have to play each time. Okay. So let's try 0.14. Minus 0.12. So you can see that in this case it's not very different, but it still helps a little bit. It helps to make a kind of effect of relief. So I don't know if it's a good term in like English, but relief is le relief. Like what is the term in English? I don't know.
We can say height.
Yes, height. So it helps. And now we can try with like another material to test things. Just to make
it depends on the material we use.
Yes, exactly.
We could have better results with a different texture.
Yep. So we're gonna put the blue one this time, and we can. First, we have to choose a new one. So we're gonna return in GIMP. So we will create a new one, open, and which one do you want to use this time? I think the sixth is good, it looks good.
A good one. Let's see the sixth.
Yes.
Okay, I like this.
Yes, I like it too. So we go back to filter, map, insane bump.
Insane bump. What a name.
Yes, it's insane. Crazy. So here you can see that again it's created diffuse, displacement, occlusion, normal, and so on.
Okay, as before, we have those 5 maps, but we are going to use just 3.
Yes. So we have to verify each time that is there. So V6, so it's all here again. So we go back here and we do the same thing. So we're gonna start by diffuse. 5, it was 6th here, and I don't know what if it will change, but maybe we could use 4 actually, you know. Like we can use like this and then use the diffuse and then use the specular and then the normal. Maybe it will change something, I don't know, but maybe it's not the time. We can try this another time. So let's try diffuse. Now it's already look good. So this is a material that already look good, but it's still in 2 dimension. Okay, it is still in 2 dimension. So we can add specular again. So we're gonna add this texture. We call it specular.
Okay, add another slot.
Yes.
Double click on it to rename.
And specular, it's here. So it's bad again because it's not. We don't need the diffuse. We need the specular.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna just use my.
Let's select color. And we can change those value as intensity.
Yes.
Yes. And we must put the specular of the object
of the
0.
material, because the material already has specular, so it can make a conflict, so we can reduce it. And we go back here, and you can see that it's different. Here it doesn't really change, and you can see that.
Okay, I can see how it changes.
Yes. You see, yes, here you can see it well. You see here, you can see that it changed very good. It's very good here. So it's really realist. While if we remove here, if you remove that, it's only become like a piece of paper. See? While here, it's really become like
very flat.
Yes, a true. Now it's like a true metallic texture. So you can see that this texture is very good because you can see the difference. So this will be very good for a sci-fi floor. Okay. Okay, now we have the normal map to add.
Okay, specular map is always black or white.
Yes.
Or we can also have colored specular maps. Yes, for the skin, for example.
Yes, exactly. For now, we always have this kind of dilemma that we have to choose which one is the best. So you have to you have to bet yourself. You have to have a kind of instinct to know which one, because those, the MN mean medium normal and the high normal. In this case, it's almost the same. While in those like other cases, sometimes it's very different. So let's see.
I think this one is good.
Yes, me too.
Let's see.
I think this one will be very good. Yes, this one is.
Okay, let's decrease the value.
Yes, like you can see that this one is very good. It makes a very obvious difference. So this one was a very good choice. You can see that it creates this kind of bump effect. Maybe not perfectly, but and we can decrease again actually, I think. So it was. Let's try 0.13.
It's very bumpy.
Yes, I think this one is good. Yes, this like close is not like very good. Like very close is not very good. But if it's like decently, if it's at a decent distance, it can appear very good. Okay. So this is how you do like bump mapping in Blender game. Now, like in the next like video, we can do bump mapping with the cycle render, and I think Vera can do it very well. So what we can do is that we will play with the nodes here.
Oh.
Yes, we will like create like nodes here to.
We're going in compositing.
Yes, so we can do this in the next video. So thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you.